Hey everyone, half a day. I know I am really late. um, but I still wanted to get my live stream in for today for my Tuesday talks. So originally, I was hoping to be able to gorgeous view that we have. I mean, it's not of the ocean. It really is still a nice view. But here in the East Coast, it is already after 10 o'clock. Um, so it's dark out. So no nice golf course view. But I hope everyone's had a wonderful start to their week. Um, like I was saying in my live from earlier today, that we are going to give it a try for the first time here in a terrorist community. We are here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So for sure, it is peak season because the first beach that we were at today, I mean, if you um, if you saw the video that I did from earlier, that was a private beach, and you had to pay to get onto that one. But we were on a public beach, and it was packed, as like my sister's been saying, um, packed like a can of sardines. It was lucky. I mean, even though we went there, I mean, I still thought it was kind of early in the day of what do you call that? Um, Thinking that, not too many people would be out there, but I guess a lot of people thought that way because there was a lot of people out there. This, where I would have been from, it is only going on 9:30. So, but we will see. But if you're just now joining the live stream, or even if you're watching this as a replay, welcome. Hope you're having a wonderful start to your week. I know this is probably the latest since I started doing live streams. This is the latest I've done a live stream. So I don't know if a lot of my regulars will be joining, but it's okay. Uh, so one of the first things, this was found at the second beach. My hubby found this one. It drew his attention because it already has the hole in it. And he was like, oh, you can make a necklace out of this. So when I saw that, basically just get a string and just hang it from there. But that's the other side of the shell. This time around for this season, I guess, I don't know if it's um, just because the beach is busy or uh, it's been very windy. It was windy yesterday, it was windy today, and the waves were choppy. And because when we were out here back in November, I mean, the beach, the shoreline was littered with so many shells. We had more opportunity to, hunt for decent sized shells. We're trying to find, every time we are walking the beach to try and find shells. Hey DJ, welcome. Hi Sunny, how are you? Um, we're always trying to find the biggest conch shell, but every conch shell we find, especially if it's a pretty decent size, it's already been attacked by the birds to eat the poor thing that's inside of it. So the shells would be damaged, but you know, sometimes we find nothing but the twirly part. At least that's what I call it. The long piece that would be in the inside of the. Hey Presley. Yes, yes, of course. My husband was like, "You're still gonna do the live stream?" I was like, "Yes," or no. One of my sisters said that. I was like, yeah, it's only 9 o'clock in Texas. um, but yeah, I still wanted to do the live stream. And speaking of one of my sisters, there she is. But so yeah, I mean it was a beautiful, it was a gorgeous day. Do I look any darker? For those of you guys that regularly attend my live streams and watch my videos, because I for sure feel like I've gotten darker. I try to get the underside of my arms. I don't know what it is about just getting two-tone. But speaking of that, I'll be right back. Okay, who did I miss? Hi, Caleb. How are you? So I don't know if it's because it's a different time now, but hopefully we are going to give it our first try out here to see what it's like. Definitely a lot earlier than what we normally would be doing, but with this community, you just never know what we're going to get. So we're going to give it a try tomorrow with, of course, we're going to focus on Spark, but I also want to give Uber Eats and DoorDash a try. So we'll see if DoorDash, allows me to start just to hit the dash now, if it gets busy enough, especially for being at, it's going to be early in the morning, about 8:30-ish when we start doing our work. Um, but yeah, we're going to start doing some gig work for the first time out here tomorrow and see what that's going to be like. But as I was saying, I don't know if it's because it's a different type of sunscreen. Normally, when my husband and I are working, because we're out in the sun a lot, we're using either a 7 and refresh. But hopefully it doesn't keep cutting out. I mean, that's one thing about where we're at. Sometimes I do have to connect to the resort's Wi-Fi. I'm hoping this isn't gonna mess the live stream, but it keeps pausing on me. So I'm gonna see if I can connect to the. Again, hopefully that doesn't mess with the live stream. Let me see. How does the stream? I don't know who's still watching right now. How does the stream look like? Because looking at it on my laptop, it looks very choppy. It is choppy mostly. But looks better right now. Okay. All right. I think the reason why I got choppy there for a moment is before I connected to the Wi-Fi. So hopefully that should be better. But I don't know if you heard my question there before it started to become really choppy. How's the weather out there for your grandson's baseball game, and who's winning? But also, as I was saying, Um, I guess the SPF must not be strong enough because it happens every now and then, once in a blue moon, really. I don't think it's a sunburn, but maybe it's heat rash. I don't know, but it just becomes really itchy right here on my forearms. I mean, there have been times in the past where it would be so bad that um, I can't even touch it because if anything touches my arm, it just makes it flare up. So, and it'll getting some aloe vera to hopefully that'll tame it. It's great weather and cool. Don't know who's winning. I guess that doesn't matter, right? As long as he's having fun. Aloe vera. Let's see if that makes that feel better. Already. I don't know. It feels better right now because it's definitely it's cold to the skin for sure. But if you're out in the sun a lot and heat rash, sunburn, aloe vera is, a good thing to use to help with that. Growing up in Guam, it would be easier for us to have access to aloe vera because we just go, it'd be growing naturally and we would go pick it and just cut open the plant and then just rub it on. I forgot my headphones, so I have the volume turned down pretty low. Sorry if I can't hear you too well. I don't want people to get mad at me for watching it live. No worries. Hey, Mary. Who else is live? I mean, this is the latest that I've, gone live. So I don't know who else. I think Ray changed his live stream, so I don't know if he's live right now. Are you talking about the plant, the aloe plant? Ah. Oh, so Ray did go live. Okay. Whoops. I don't know who Brash Dasher is though. I know it's, like I said, I know it's later than I normally do, but I still wanted to get in here and do my live stream for my Tuesday talk. So I will. I will probably, if I don't do that. Well, let me just open up another page and let me go check him out. Let me see. Brash Dasher. Well, I can run my live stream and Ray's at the same time. So I just won't be able to have his volume up only. So at least that way I can still be supporting his live stream. So to help. So if you're watching my live stream right now, if you don't know who I'm talking about, Ray is Dashing Womble and he already has surpassed his 500 subscribers, which I'm still trying to work on mine, but he's working on his watch hours. He still has a long way to go. So if you haven't already gone to check out his channel, hopefully you'll do this. But it's Dashing Womble. And I'm on his live stream right now. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll be like, hey, I'm watching you while doing my live stream at the same time. I just can't turn the volume up. So we're gonna be competing. Yeah, see, he started his not too long before I started streaming. Oh wait, so I was also trying to check out what was his name again? Brash Dasher. Somebody likes to beach. Oh, so you know him too? Sunny. So we went out to the beach yesterday. We went out to the beach earlier in the day to check out the spot, and we pretty much just got our feet wet. Um, and then we went back, hung out at the room. We went to the pool instead. And crazy thing is that Brash Dasher, when because we went home because we were hungry, and so after we ate, we're like, okay, we can't go to the pool just yet. So we relaxed for another hour or so, and I was like, okay. So by the time we finally decided to go out to go to the pool, it was already he's moving from Nebraska to Washington right about now. I'm surprised he's live. Ah, and he's live right now. um, oh, wow. So I'm going to go ahead and subscribe to him. Um, I'm just letting Ray know that I'm streaming right now. Oh. Did I hit enter? Okay. I'm not live, so I'm here. Well, thank you, Presley. Oh, you just told him? But I don't know if you guys saw the start of my live stream, but when we went to the beach today, but it was a different beach. It was called Huntington. That's where I did I did a quick live stream when I was out there, so everybody can see, one of the beaches we've gone to so far. But he found this. It almost looks like a little sun hat. He liked it because it already has that built-in hole, and he was like, you can make a necklace out of this. So I plan on doing that with this one. Just getting one of the necklace strings and oh. Is it pretty windy where you're at too, Mary? Because I don't know if it's because there was a storm, further out. But like I said, yesterday and today, the beaches were pretty choppy. I know when I saw one of your quick lives that you did to the beach when you were driving to the beach. Oh, where I was at. Yeah, the second beach for sure. Hey, Mav, how are you? Good evening. Uh-oh. I got to get the battery to my laptop. Yeah, like I said, it was very windy. The way I was holding my phone, I was trying to block where the microphone is on my phone. Hey, Kevin, welcome back. I was trying to cover the base of my phone to try and shield as much as I could of all the wind. But I was at Huntington Beach earlier. It's a private beach. It's a national park, but it's a state park. I'm sorry. My husband just reminded me. He's like, no, it's a private park. Hey, babe, can you bring my plug for the laptop, please? It's in the flower bag, which I believe is on the bed. It was the bag that I was using to carry all the electronics. You're about to go Korean barbecue. Nice. We were at a seafood and steakhouse earlier. That was one of the reasons why we came home later. Yeah, I mean, that's true, Kev. As long as the app that you're using is something that you can travel with, and with between the 7 apps that I use and go between, for sure. Um, for sure. What do you call that? DoorDash you can travel with, Uber Eats you can travel with, not just in your zone or within your state, but across states. Spark you can cross states, you know. Um, hey, Bomb City, welcome. Hey, Ma. Okay, thank you for joining. I know both Ray and I are streaming at the same time. I've got Ray streaming on my laptop right now, and I just don't have his volume up, so I can't hear what he's saying. Thank you. But there we go. I guess I'm actually looking at the wrong. Yeah. Whoops. I was looking at the wrong chat. That's the names I just called out um isn't on my live stream, so sorry about that. I have a present for Goo. What do you mean? What's 7? Which one? Everybody on there is good. Yeah, I think there was only one troll there. Well, you got to be careful about bumping out my trolls because they count as views.
Yeah, well, anybody that asks you to say blah, blah,
I know.
they can go fucking fly a kite somewhere.
I know. Mary, you have a present for Goose. Funny, I write replies on the wrong chats. when we're trying to support each other, and then we're like, whoops, wrong room. But I'm glad I'm not the only one who does that. But if you guys know Brash Dasher, I've already subscribed. I just subscribed to his channel as well. But I definitely don't want to be streaming more than 2. And I don't know how that works because since I have 2 windows open, I do run 7 apps. The 7 apps that I run, Spark, Instacart, Uber Eats, DoorDash, Favor, Shipt, and Grubhub. Shipt, I rarely use anymore because, I mean, with that one there, definitely at the bottom rung because the offers, if they do come through in our area, are so low they're not worth taking. Hey Sheila, thank you and no worries. I know it's much later than I normally do, so that's okay. But um, Ma, when you're talking about toes in sand and water's healing, for sure. I mean, and it's such a natural exfoliant. Our feet feels so much smoother with all the walking that we did, and just sitting down and enjoying our time earlier today and just digging our feet in there. So much smoother now. Oh, sorry about that, Sunny. Yeah, we're in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And we were just out here in the off season in November of last year, and Other than, of course, the temperature, the biggest difference is the crowd. A lot less. Um, so that's the thing. I mean, even though the beach was crowded, the first beach that we went to here, Myrtle Beach, I mean, it was still nice. I mean, it's not like we were side by side and stuff like that. So we still had a lot of room to the left and to the right of us. There was just, I mean, there's so much beach. I was a little intimidated because, um, what do you call that? The, on the news, I mean, especially there in Texas at South Padre, which they say it rarely happens there, but with the shark attacks. So I was like, I mean, because I know I've mentioned this before, but in Guam, the reef is further away from where the shore is. So some of the bigger animals animals, some of the bigger fish that you would find, like here in the States, the East Coast, West Coast, whatever. Um, that's why you get those big waves just right there at the shoreline to where if you're sitting right there, you're still going to get knocked over. In Guam, you can enjoy, just very small splashing at the shoreline. You can sit there and not have to worry about being knocked over. Oh, okay. I mean, there, and I was just making comments about that. My husband and I were talking about that. He was like, "Yeah, you've got sharks in Guam." I was like, "Yeah, we do. Just not like the big, people attacking sharks that they have issues with here in the States, And next, later, I mean, earlier today, he said that I think it was him or my sister showed me a video of someone had posted a video of a shark that they saw closer to the shoreline. And I'm like, what? It was a black tip shark, which, yes, those, I know those are there in Guam, surrounding the island and stuff like that, but they don't get huge like the tiger sharks or the great white or anything like that. But you even got to be careful with the lakes because um, here at the resort, I don't know if you guys saw my community post. The first photo was of the sunset. My husband was the one who took that picture. Well, you can kind of, so is that a pond or is that a lake or a river? Is a pond? So there's a pond just beyond the golf course.
Water hazard.
Oh, it's a golf course water hazard.
It's a hazard water.
And he just said, I don't know if you heard him, but my husband was like, it's a hazard, all right, because we're standing on the balcony yesterday and he's looking across the field and he's like, there's something in the water over there. And I'm like, he's moving because I have a plan. You can make lots of money doing gig work. And I'm hoping we do tomorrow. So I'm hoping we make pretty good money because vacationing, if we're not working, we're not making money. But he saw something in the water. And so we go downstairs, we walk across the field, and lo and behold, yep, there's a gator in the water. We see something floating that looked like it was white. It was probably its dinner. I don't know if it was a duck or whatever that he caught, but he was slowly moving it to the edge line of the pond. And, at first you'll see his eye. Hey, Roy. So I don't know exactly what it was, but, we would see his eyes pop up. And I was like, oh, you are right. I was like, how in the world did you see from that without binoculars? I was like, how did you see that? And what the first thing that caught his attention was whatever it killed. I don't know if it was a bird or what. But then he saw something moving it and next to it. So yeah, there's a gator just across the field, not even half the size of a football field, or maybe about the half the size distance from where we're at. There's a gator in the water over there. I was talking. Oh, do I need to give you Maverick's address? Okay, Roy. All right, hold on. I've got some. I just gotta check something real quick. Okay, you did? Okay. Hey, Mom. I'm live on my YouTube channel.
I've been in my Twitter.
Did you leave it in the car? It might be in our car.
I am at that because I grabbed your phone and forgot my Twitter.
So it might be in our car, not in.
No.
Okay, I got one more. I mean, I've seen gators in captivity. I've seen albino ones. I mean, I've seen those. I mean, huge. But when they're out there like that, you know, we were walked. Huh?
What's she looking
Her sweater. Do you remember seeing it?
for? What she was wearing?
I know, but I think at one point in our car she took it off the sweater, so I don't know if she brought it in. I don't see it in here. Um,
Gators moving.
gator in your hands. Are you live right now too, Roy? They're not going to chase you? When we had to walk across the field, the golf course, my husband's like, because they've got the brushes and stuff like that along the side. And he's like, if you see something moving, you know. I was like,
Found it.
oh, you found it?
It was on the back there with my back.
Oh, okay. He was like, if you see something rustling in the grass, you know, be quick. Oh, come on.
You don't even freaking put them on a time now. Nothing out of it. I'll do it.
Like one person had mentioned when they received a wrench. With great power comes with great responsibility. Yeah. I mean, he jokingly said it, but I was like, of course, you know, you don't mess around. I mean, especially since we were walking towards a pond where he believes he saw a gator. So I'm like, yeah. So I was like, no. So we moved across and we just started walking on the golf course. But the funny thing is too is that why? Come on. Thank you, Sonny. I don't always catch him on time. But I was like, no, not taking any chances. And then even after we left the resort earlier today, there is a place, I guess it's like to where you can see captured. Well, they are working hard tonight. Oh, no worries. I can fix that, Ma. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Like I said, they are working hard tonight. What the heck? I was wondering about that. I saw that because when I said hi to him on his live stream, because I've got his stream going, raised that is. Um, I noticed when I said hi, I no longer had a wrench. Oh my gosh. They are keeping us on our toes. I mean, like I said, on one hand, you know, they're more than welcome to come in and view. Let me turn the volume up on Ray so I can hear his for a moment.
I've got people from around the
Oh.
world that watch too. I've got people that watch mine and maybe others, I'm sure.
Okay.
I've got shown
Wow.
the analytics
Are we going to spend more time trying to
in the UK,
catch these
India.
the trolls than we are trying to do the live streams? That is crazy.
Who's my parents? I don't know. That's a very odd thing to do. Yeah, but there's also things that are very much alike in certain.
Those are bots. Is that why?
Watch Dash across America.
Yeah. Pretty strong now. I mean, what was that? 4 back to back? Different trolls? I mean, I guess I guess if we've got people out there smart enough to create a bot program to affect these delivery gig apps, then they're smart enough to do these type of things, right? It's like, I don't know who was the one who said that. Was it Chuck? When I was watching his live stream one time? For sure, Roy. I mean, I don't know who was the one, or was it Mad Dasher? One of them had said that they don't mind getting the trolls when they pop in like that, because you know about not booting them. Deleting messages is one thing, but not booting them off the stream, because you know it counts as a view, and those watch hours count. Huh? It's like playing. Yeah. Oh, they don't? The spams don't count as views? I mean, you know, speaking of what does and doesn't count, I mean, especially for you seasoned monetized YouTubers out there right now, because I'm hearing both things. And I even looked it up myself. When it comes to doing live streams and your channel is monetized, does that live stream not count? Do you not get paid for your live streams? But when they sit there and they spam like 50 of the same thing, those aren't going to come for you or count for you. I mean, because I know Sheila too, and watching your live streams, because that was one of the things that when I did a little research into it, about whether live streams count for if your channel is monetized. And it says, especially if you've got paid advertisement, then yes, your live streams count, that you will get paid for it. And I know, Sheila, especially once you hit, or even before you hit your 5,000, I mean, there have been a handful of your live streams, especially the longer ones that I've watched, that and I've even said it to you a couple of times. I was like, oh, commercial time. Spamming interrupts the chat. I'd rather chat with my peeps than get troll watch time personally. I mean, that's true. I mean, especially with the spam. When it just makes the actual legit chat disappear because of the repeated comment, I'm like, seriously. Doesn't it count for the view? Not the comments. They don't matter. I thought there were more chats and more. I mean, that's what I thought so too. That's what I've read. That's what I've been told. I mean, that's what I've heard even from vidIQ. I'm sorry. I've watched a handful of, many of their tips and stuff like that for growing YouTube channels. That with the likes and the comments is what can. Whether it does it all the time, I don't know. I think part of it also has to do with your content. But for sure, getting the likes and getting more comments during the live stream helps push it while you're still live. And then, comments that you get after the fact that get posted to your live stream after it's ended, that also helps still continue to push it out. Yes. And I mean, there are times I wanted to kind of, but I'm not tech savvy like that. I love the way he does his whole snap, double snap, and it changes the screen. But, I'm still, so Sheila, I don't know if you answered that or not. Okay. I mean, not everything that I see, because sometimes I would just listen to the first few minutes and then I'm like, okay, it's not worth. But for the most part, they do have some pretty good advice out there. I mean, it changes, but of course, so does YouTube. YouTube itself changes. So of course, one tip they gave a month ago might not necessarily be a good tip now. So when you said I'm correct about what part, Sheila? I mean, so are you saying yes, live streams do count once your channel is fully monetized? Hey, Big Three. Put out cold generic titles instead of warm, inviting ones. Sometimes I do feel that way, Mary, for sure, with them. Oh, now they're hitting his channel? Oh my gosh. Nope, and someone's using mine. Actually, this is the second time now. This is the second time. That's the second time I've been on Ray's channel where someone jumps on and starts spamming his live stream while I'm there. And I'm like, that wasn't me. Okay, so he said he's ending that live stream because I guess he was getting just way too many trolls. Okay, let's see. I had that problem with my friend. Yeah, he closed out. He's going to start a new one because he was just getting too many from a GM photograph. He was too. Okay. But in reference to the live streams, you do get paid for it, right? Because I don't know, I've seen a few videos out there of people saying that they were pretty upset to find out that their live streams they're not getting paid for it. Oh no. Now I'm spamming myself. Thank you, Sheila. From tech support, they plant troll bots that spam with the program. Use your sublist to troll you with names of your Wow. Thank you, Mary. They are working hard tonight. All right, let's see if Ray... Was there somebody else that was live right now? Other than... Okay, he's getting a new one going. I don't know if I saw somebody else that they were live. Crazy Useless Bottoms are playing tonight. They are, for sure, Ray. Are to make subscribers, and then your videos are where you pretty much... Yes, you can monetize live streams, but you don't really make much money on them because you don't make much money on... Oh. Oh, did I get a dashing womble troll in here? Oh. Okay. Okay. We are streaming each other's live streams right now. Oh no. Oh boy. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, I don't know how that was if they got you from an old list. Oh, there goes Fran. Oh, wow. Hi, Presley. No, wait, unless there's a... Oh, why am I scratching? Don't scratch, don't scratch. See, sometimes I'll subconsciously scratch. Dang, he's still getting hit. Oh boy. Can't Nightbot take care of them? I mean, majority of the time they do. I've seen Nightbot be pretty quick about catching on to some of these bots for repeated messages, but yeah, I think they should switch it from calling it Nightbot to anytime bot, all day bot, something like that. Oh, that's why they're able to get away with that. I didn't know that, Sheila. But I am going to check something here real quick. So, as of this live stream, I just want to do a quick shout out to everybody, who's been supporting my channel from the start and especially the last few months, as many of us in this community have been, reaching out and we're all supporting each other. It's been really awesome. But as of right now, I mean, even when you're trying to, how the autocorrect, yeah, even when you're trying to do texting, when you're trying to text yourself with your fingers and the autocorrect is there, and a word pops up that just because it has the first two letters are similar or whatever, and it's like, that's not what I was trying to say. But as of right now, as of this stream, I am sitting at 461 subscribers. So every time I see that number go up, even if it's by one, I get all excited. I'm still going to say at least 40 subscribers away from hitting my 500 subs. So if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I hope by the end of this night, or by the end of you watching this video, even if it's just for 10 minutes of your time, that you'll go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thank you. But so I hope you guys will continue on with my my journey until I hit my 500 subscribers, and even then. So I'm going to try and see if I can do another live stream while we're out at the beach. Again, if it's not tomorrow, then probably the day after that. Oh my goodness. Rick Astley is actually messing with my live stream. What? Sheesh. And I'm just hoping though, if it's going to be another extremely windy day, the next time we head out to the beach, I probably won't be able to do the live stream, because if it was anything like it was earlier today, too windy means I'm, pretty much shouting so y'all can hear me over the breeze. So it's okay, Mary, you're growing. But I still want to be able to get a live stream in there or two at least while we're still out here. I'm hoping that we'll be able to do a live stream while we're out there doing some gig work, testing a tourist community. And I know, Mary, speaking of that you said you work in a tourist community. So I'm really curious. If you've ever worked outside of a non-tourist community and be able to, see a difference. Okay, hold on. These spammers are just moving too fast that I can't read everybody's. Oh, is she knocking out them trolls quick? They're keeping her on her toes over there too. Good Lord. I'll probably have to remember that. And you guys said the same thing to Ray on subscriber mode only, time. I'll have to remember. I have to remember that, especially if they're gonna be. Hey Presley, I know you're bouncing back and forth between me and Ray, but I'm not gonna be streaming for much too longer. But I live in Clearwater, Florida. So I remember you saying, Florida, but that should be, not should, but that is a tourist community, right? And I'm curious if you've ever worked in a non-tourist market to see if you saw a difference. I worked in Detroit, Michigan, did DoorDash and Uber Eats. Ooh, DoorDash in Hawaii? Now that is a major tourist community. So I'm curious, how did it work in Detroit? But that must have been pretty fun to do gig work in Hawaii. My gosh. Oh, your talk to text is going wild. But I'm a little intimidated about doing Spark out here because now we've been to 3 different Walmarts. And let's just say that I guess it's because it's peak season. That not everything is, for one, I guess Walmart's try to keep the setup very similar, no matter where you're at, from state to state or whatever. But in 2 of the 3 Walmarts we visited since we've been here, a lot of the stuff, a lot of shelves, are either low or out completely of an item. Okay, Sheila, thank you and have an awesome night. I'm sure you say that to everybody, Presley. But good night, Sheila. The only delivery I did in a cold place, which was Alaska, was newspapers, and that was years ago. It was good tips in Michigan, but I'm just wondering, especially trying to do shopping orders out here, if there's gonna be an issue of doing the whole not available type thing. And with Spark, they're not as flexible when it comes to substitutions unless the customer puts it in there, unless they give you options for substitutions, or at least keep it open so that way it gives you the option, where it says something along the lines of making the best choice based off of what the customer is wanting. Ah. Really? Terrible tips in Hawaii? It might rock some boats, but I can kind of understand that though, Mary, for Hawaii. I say really, but on one hand, it's like, it's no surprise. Yeah. It's what it's like in non-tourist areas, but here I get a lot of deliveries to hotels. Hmm. So Mav, I mean, is it the same for you then if you're in a tourist community doing your gig work? Well, then again, you said you don't know, you're not sure what it's like in non-tourist areas. So you don't have a comparison to make between the tourist community to a regular community. I mean, like I said, that's going to be one thing I'll be able to say firsthand experience. I mean, because this isn't going to be the first time doing gig work here in South Carolina, but where we were at when the first time we did it was just in a regular community. I mean, it was here in South Carolina, but it was just a regular community. So, and there was no difference from us doing it back in Texas. But like I said, with this being a peak season, you know, during the summer, on what this is going to be like, I'm hoping, I'm hoping okay, I'm hoping that it'll be decent, that it won't be a letdown. I'm trying not to have any expectations, so was it your video? I don't know if it was one of your videos, but you were driving, if it was you, driving behind someone that was in a golf cart. And I think your tagline at that moment was talking about tourists. I don't know. That's what's coming to mind about. I mean, but driving around in this area, we don't have to worry about that. Okay, so it was Mav. Okay. Yeah. See, I thought so. I thought it was yours. Yeah, thankfully, I mean, even though where we're staying at, it has a golf course, but thankfully, since we've been driving around, um, we're not having to worry about that. I mean, back where we live, yeah, that was a crazy thing, especially even in our own neighborhood. You know, got these teenagers out there driving around in the golf carts. So, um, and because the community we live in there, back in Texas, I mean, it's a huge golf course that's on the backside. So a lot of people who live there have golf carts. I'm just thankful we're not having. I mean, so far I haven't really seen any on the main streets. But one thing my husband did point out on one that we saw, he was like, you know, one of the biggest difference you see with this golf cart here compared to back home is that it had a license plate. So it was licensed to drive, you know, to be driven on regular roads, compared to many of the golf carts we see back home. You're not in a big tourist area, Roy? I mean, do you see a difference when you do work in a tourist community, even if it's not big, compared to just a regular community? They kept more? What do you mean by they kept more? Okay, that was the word I was looking. Yeah, street legal. I agree. I totally agree because they don't, they don't have the same. I mean, well, where we have the issue is just in around the neighborhood. But the issue that we have back home is that majority of those people that we see riding or driving around in the golf carts are teenagers. I mean, I was just telling this to my husband the other night that I don't know, it was maybe a couple of months back. I guess it was around the time where it got darker sooner. But anyways, I was on my way home and I was about to turn left, and there was a golf cart coming from, it was to my left. They didn't have their lights on. It was already dark out, and if it weren't for the fact that already part of my headlight, because since I knew I was going to be turning left, I started to angle my car as I came to a stop slightly to the left, and I caught, the golf cart. I was able to see them, but no lights on. Just driving through, they didn't even pause or anything like that. I mean, of course they had right away because I was at a stop sign, but still, I didn't see them if it weren't for the fact that my headlight had already shined on them. So, I mean, they didn't have any lights on, nothing. You don't leave your bubble. Oh, I guess that's probably where, you probably see the differences, between peak season and non-peak, season there, Mary. I guess it's just like with everybody, just in a regular community when they leave and you feel that pinch because you're not as busy because you got too many people that are going on vacation and going to areas like yours. When the winter Texans are there. We'll see. I mean, that's why I say on one hand, I'm hoping, to do pretty decent because tourists that are on vacation for the most part are ready to spend money. But then you've got tourists like this one who try to find things that cost little to no money. We call snowbirds, you call them winter Texans. That's good. So yeah, I guess we will just have to wait and see. Let me do one more check here. See if there's any change. No. He's showing his page. I would have thought they'd be winter Floridians. Okay. So, at least for the time being, we're actually in the same time zone, huh, Mary? Guess I need to put some aloe on my feet. I guess my feet might have gotten a little bit of a sunburn today because or either that I just got bit. That looks like a bite. I think something might have bit my foot. Oh, we're not in the same time zone? Okay, at least for the time being. At least for the next few days, we're in the same time zone. I need to put a little bit of aloe. Maybe I need a little bit something stronger. I'm going to try I got some Benadryl. Cooling relief for most outdoor itches. From the buggers to sunburn and minor cuts and scrapes. So we'll see, because right now what I'm seeing building up on my foot looks more like a bug bite. So let's see. If that'll make it feel better. And put a little bit of it on my arm. Because I guess the aloe is not, I mean, it kind of helped. So if you're wondering what I'm talking about now, in case you weren't there earlier, it's not sunburn, but it is more like a heat rash that I get once in a blue moon. But I guess I wasn't using a strong enough sunscreen, but it always just happens on my forearms, this area right here, that I would get, and it's not that it gets very bumpy or anything like that, what a heat rash would look like. That was a comment to some, oh, sorry. But sometimes it only happens on one arm, and then sometimes, like now, it is on both arms. It just gets very itchy. So hopefully, like I said, now this time I'm actually using a specific gel for itching. I mean, it has aloe in it too. So hopefully this will help. Because if I'm not thinking about it, I'll subconsciously scratch at it. Okay. All right, so it's already been over an hour since I started this. You know, I truly, truly appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Like I said, this is the latest I've done a live stream. So, I mean, even back home, it's, what do you call that? Just after 10:30. So like I said, this is definitely the latest I've run a live stream. So thank you guys. Sito Ismasi. I've still got Ray's Dashing Womble live stream, you know, still running on my laptop. So I'm going to stay in his live stream just for a little bit longer before I head to bed myself, being that it is where I'm at after 11 o'clock. It is, hold on. Because looking at my laptop, it's showing Texas time, but it's actually going, I mean, it's actually 11:40 where I'm at. So, yep, 11:40. So like I said, I'm just going to hang out in Ray's live stream for a little bit longer before I head to bed myself. So again, thank you guys so much for keeping company. Just keep, again, on the lookout to see if I do any live streams, whether it's from the beach or while we're out here doing some gig work in a in a tourist community. We have lots of experience of doing gig work in a retirement community, and it's not always the best. But you guys take care. If you're out there working late, stay safe. And if you're not working but still out on the road, stay safe out there. And until next time, adios for now. Have a wonderful night. I'll see you guys on the next live stream. Bye.